Hello everyone, welcome into online education. This session is organized by Mumbai Municipal Corporation of Secondary Education Department. And I would like to introduce myself, Sarika Andhre, Associate Teacher from DN Nagar Municipal Secondary Marathi School. Today we are going to learn the 9th standard English language. And our today's topic is a very interesting and related to our daily life. The topic is news report writing. As you can see in this picture, there are the different newspapers. 90% peoples are woke up and reading newspaper with tea. Types of news related to politics, related to education, very effectively. That is the writing style. That is the skill of a writing. So the simple news also impact on a people. It is a features of a writing. So if we have a writing skill, good writing skill, journalist also. The simply writing skills are specific abilities which help writers put their thoughts into words in a meaningful form and mentally interact with the message. So the person have a specific abilities or a talent or a skills to write. Definitely it is a help that person to put his thoughts in a write or in a on the paper. Whenever someone is writing, that time he use his abilities, his talent. Also improve our writing skill. Writing skill. If we have a writing style, we have a good grammar knowledge, we can make a sentence structure properly without a spell mistakes. And if we write with the help of these points, any para or any news or anything, it is a effective. Definitely it is a our examination. As per our examination, if we analyze, if we have a writing skill, we will get the maximum marks in our examination also. In ninth standard, in English paper, there is a section 5, writing skill for 20 marks. So definitely we have to improve our skill, because if we write properly, you will get the maximum marks. The 20 marks are divided into 4 sub questions. Each question is for a 5 mark. How divided we will see. The question number 5 and question number 6 are writing skill. Question number 5A is a letter writing for a 5 marks. Question number 5B is a dialogue writing or a drafting speech. It is also a 5 marks. Question number 6A, information transfer. If you are interested to write a story writing, you can choose that question also. Either news writing is also very interesting, and it question will give a maximum marks. So first we will learn today how to write a news writing, news report writing. So remember friends, the question number 6B is a news writing question. Before that, we should know what is the news report, to whom we can call the news report. Clearly conduct good interviews and write in a style that is a clear, concise and active. While you are writing news, that time you should know first the what is the news. It is a news, it is a type of a article also. It is a simply basic thing what happened recently, any event, any incident. That event we are giving the message to other peoples, giving the information, and that the process is a news. If somewhere there is a happen one accident, and I am the news writer person, so I just check out that incident, and with the help of my writing style, I produce that information to the society, to the people. That is the particular called the news. But if you see the word of a news, the news writing and a news is a different. Report of a recent event, information broadcast over the radio, television, online or a print media. So if you see the news, we are seeing on televisions, we are hearing the news on the radio also, or we are reading the news on a print media, just like a magazines, just like a newspaper also.
सारिका मॅडम, आवाज खूपच ब्रेक होतो म्हणजे मधून मधून गायब होतो. काय झालं, नेमकं नेटवर्क नाही का?
आहे सर, वायफाय चालू.
बरं. मग 4-5 सेंटेन्स क्लिअर येतात, नंतर परत 4 1-2 वाक्य असे होऊन जातात ते. करा, कंटिन्यू करा. ओके, चालेल. आवाजच
So
येत नाही सर. आता येतोय.
news of a news of a agriculture, news of a economics, news of a education, news of a science and technology, weather, disease and vaccine, or strikes. So students, there are the so many types of a news around us. If we what happen in related to agriculture or a farmer. If the budget is coming in March, the news are coming in newspaper, means these news are the related to the economics. Some news are related to education. Just we are celebrated 26th January yesterday. The today's newspaper, if you check in that newspaper, you will see the different type of a news related to education also. Science and technology, what's going in NASA, what's going in ISRO, or other the developing the technology related news we can read in newspaper. And if we see on the television, there are the so many news related to disease or vaccines. How many people have took the vaccines, how many people are not taken the vaccines, like this strikes. So these are the basic types of news. And got the news which are the basic source to read. See the news, radio we can hear the news. And it is the effect of a news. And the most important is a print media, because when internet was not available in our society, that time also we are reading the news with the help of a newspaper. So many types of a newspaper published in our Maharashtra. Mind maybe how to write a news in examination. Friends, it is a naturally question, because hearing is a very easy, listening also, to see also, but how to write? If we want to write a news writing, first we should know how question will be asked in examination. If we understand the particular question, definitely we can solve that. Without understanding the question, we will be fail to write that question's answer. So which type of a questions will ask in exam? Question number B, expand the theme, the B1 news report, and this question is for 5 marks. Friends, remember, marks weightage is very important, because if we know the how many marks are for this question, we can give the weightage that a particular answer. So the question is, read the following headline and prepare a new headline, lead line, body of the report, and conclusion. So you just read this question properly, then you will understand the already in the question your headline is a ready. Means you will understand what type of a news you have to write in your answer sheet, and it is make very easy also because already here given some points also. These points you have to expand, you have to just describe. We will give another one example. As you can see here, the another question. Recently my students solved this paper. Write a news report based on the following headline in bracket anyone. So here you will realize here given the two questions. One is a Rotary Club arrange a blood donation camp, and another one is a sport day celebration of a MG High School. But the you have to attempt only one questions because you have only 5 marks, and you have to choose one which you choose, that just expand. No need to attend both questions. And in bracket here given the headline, deadline, introduction, or a short paragraph, the key points we can say. So it is very easy to write to you a answer. So now we understand the which type of a question will be asked in our examination. So a news report includes the following: a headline, a photo, a byline, a place line, a lead paragraph, a body paragraph, or a quotations. When you read the news in a newspaper, that time you just see there is some headlines. Beside that, there is a picture also. Who wrote or who presented, there is a byline. There is a name also. After that, the news. That is the simple criteria which you will found in the newspaper. So first we should understand what is the difference of news which published in newspaper and how type of a news you have to write in your answer sheet. Because sometimes in a newspaper the news expand vary. It's a depend how the news is important. If the news is on the level of international, it will be a describe very lengthy. But if you are writing a news in your answer sheet, that time no need to write a lengthy or a long news. You have to write because there is a time restriction to you student. So sometimes you don't need to pictures also in your news. So basically you should understand the what is the difference between the news which published in a newspaper and the news which you are write in a your answer sheet. Okay, now we will just see the evaluation of a marks of news writing in your answer sheet. The title and beginning we can call the headline, it is for a 1 mark. Whole news is for 5 marks, and 5 marks divided into 1 or 2 marks. The 1 mark is for headline, 1 mark is for a vocabulary and a grammar. Whenever you will write the news, that time your grammar and your vocabulary, that is the definitely check, and 1 mark is for only that. The third one is a use of a appropriate point. Example, conveying message means we can call the body of the news, main structure of a news. It is for a 2 marks. And the fourth one is a logical order or a conclusion. It's for a 1 mark. So this is the dividation of a 5 marks. So if you know the dividation, then you will not miss any point. If you cover all those points, definitely you will get the maximum marks. So here is the one sample of a news. In this news, we can see the headline: Car thief caught trapped in a target vehicle. You can see that is the headline in a highlight. The second one is a byline. It's called a name of author who presented, who write that news. Jim Day, staff reporter. Just below that there is a date line. Wednesday, February 25th, 2009. It is also essential. You have a 1 mark for your headline. There is a date line is also important because marks are distributed. After that, the place line. Where happen these things? The location is also important. And the third one is a lead line, or we can call the introduction of that a particular news. Where happen, when happen, why happen, with whom happen, etc. And the fourth one is your body of a news. Just understand the first structure, then we will learn the how to write news. And the body of this news, you can write two paragraph, one or two paragraph, to expand that event or incident very deeply. You can use the quotations also. Means you have to use the punctuations. It is a effective, or it makes effective writing skill, or a particular करेक्ट, ज्याला आपण काय म्हणूया की विराम चिन्हांचा वापर करूया की इट विल बी इफेक्ट ऑन युअर रायटिंग स्किल. सो दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ अ रायटिंग skill of a news. It is the particular ideal structure of a news. Let's see the essential points which given in your questions. Headline. Headline means ठळक मथळा. Proper headline. To about. To whom about the news is. कशाविषयी आहे. To mention in your headline. The deadline. When happen. Where happen. ज्याला आपण मराठीमध्ये स्थळ, काल किंवा संक्षेप असं म्हणूया. The lead paragraph or an introduction. प्रस्तावना. Where you can introduce what is the news and the main body of the news. बातमीचा मुख्य भाग, ज्याला गाभा म्हणूया की what is thing happen exactly with a description. We can write in a 1 or 2 paragraph and the conclusion to end of that news. This is the basic features of a news writing. Now, one by one, we will understand what is the headline, deadline. Okay. First one is a headline. It is the title of the article. It should be catchy and grab the attention of your readers. While you are writing a news writing, that time your headline is the most important and essential part of your news, because reader just read your headline if he feel it is effective, he will be read next news. Your headline is the main soul of your news, so it should be a write in a capital letter. If there is a noun, you have to start that first letter in a capital. No spell mistakes also. The example is here: Kashmir is now Union's territory. The second one example is here: new rules for a lockdown. This type of a news maybe you watch on your television. Second one, byline. A byline is the name of the person who wrote the report. Remember, when you write your own news report, you will use your own name. If you read the newspaper, you will realize there is a byline. Who wrote this news? That person name. It is not more essential while you are solving the paper, but as you can see the newspaper, you will find that. The next one is the dateline. The word at the beginning of the news article that tell us when and where the article was written. After byline, just below that you will find, or you can write the date, day, date, or when happened. Simply, it is the producing the time duration. When happened it. Here is the when or where. It WH questions answer you will get in your deadline. After that, you have to mention the location where happen and introduce your news. It is first paragraph of a news report. It should be attractive. It contains 2-3 sentences. It should be cover maximum WH questions. While you are writing news, writing that time, this is the first paragraph of your news report, and definitely it should be effective. In 2 or 3 sentences you can cover your introduction, and maximum WH questions will be solved in your introduction, like who, where happened, how happened, when happened, what happened, and why this happened. If all those WH questions answer will get in your introduction, definitely your introduction is a very effectively. For example, who, I have randomly just took here the example, who her take secondary school. If any event or anything happen in any school, what happened? The receive award related to. Where? Brampton. When happened? Yesterday happened. Why happened? For community spirit. How? By picking up lighter on a daily basis, etc. For example. So all those WH questions, if you ask and you will get the answer from your introduction, it is the effective. After that, the main body of a news. A short continuing paragraph, we can call that a main body. It is a second paragraph. After the introduction, it is a second paragraph. It contains detailed information, then lead. Include the quotation from important peoples with their names also. In the main body of news, we have to expand the whole story, whole incident, whole event. We have to use the punctuations, quotations, so it will be effective. We have to focus on grammar and your sentence structure also, so it will be effective news. And the last one is the conclusion. The conclusion is a small paragraph where you can mention what is the expected in future or what happened in the past relating to the event, or it can be anything. In the conclusion, you have to just grab the whole news and just end up that news. Means whole your news will be in a 2-3 paragraph. I already told you, if you are writing news writing in examination, first you have to read the question, then second you should know the marks. If there is a question 5 marks, no need to write a lengthy, you have to just cover these points. After that, you have to remember some things. You have to write always your news in a past tense, because recently what happened, we are writing that news, not in future. So you have to use the past tense. Use third person, because you are giving the information about the third person, so you have to use he, she, it, they, not I or not we. That is also important. Use passive voice. Includes the quotation from the key peoples. whenever need the quotation, you have to definitely mention there. It is effective. It definitely make effective news. So these points you have to keep in your mind. Now we understand the writing skill, news writing, the example, questions, evaluations, how to write news, the basic points of news while you are writing. We will see the now example. Here is a one question. We will just learn the how to write. Mahatma Gandhi Vidyalaya celebrates tree plantation program. Make use of the following points: headline, deadline, lead line, body of the report, and conclusion. This is the question, and how we can prepare the news, ideal news. So, here you can see Mahatma Gandhi Vidyalaya here celebrate tree plantation program. We have given the headline in the middle page. Mahatma Gandhi Vidyalaya is a noun, that's why we just mention the first letter in a capital. Either you have a choice also, you can write this headline in a full capital letters. It's depend on you. This is a headline, effective headline. After that, the by staff reporter. This is a byline. Who wrote? The by staff reporter. The second one is a headline. Mumbai 25th August. After headline, the byline, and here is the deadline. Mumbai 25th August. When happened and where happened. When happened? 25th August, and where? In Mumbai. Now we will read the introduction. Mahatma Gandhi Vidyalaya, Dadar, Mumbai launches a very big tree plantation program. The main motto was to make aware the children and the people of the city about the importance of trees. The students and the teachers selected the empty places and the roadside to plant saplings in a well organized way. The saplings were supplied by the local municipal corporation. In order to restore the eco balance of the area, and afforestation drive was taken with all seriousness. This is your introduction. And as you can see, here solve all the questions. Who is organizing the Mahatma Gandhi Vidyalaya? Where organizing? In the Dadar, Mumbai. What organizing? The tree plantation. When organizing? The 25th August. These WH questions are solved in the introduction. Now in your introduction you got the idea what is the exactly news. Now the second paragraph. The participants were highly enthusiastic to make it a big success. The student planted saplings, fenced them, and watered them. Every step of a program was appreciated by the representative of the administration and the local forest department officials. The program created a great awareness among the general public. This is the expand the news. This para give the more information about that news. How the participants are excited, how the sapling fences them and water them, how they aware the local peoples also who help them, how the department peoples help the school, etc, etc. So this is the extra information about the news. And the last paragraph. The headmaster of the school, Mr. Madhukar Atle, promised to take care of saplings till they grow well. The initiative was praised by the local people and the education department. So, very nicely end of this news. How the headmaster promises to the peoples how he will take care that the saplings whenever it will be a plant or a big tree, and how the department helped them also. So, in this news, the whole event was covered. If you read this news, you will understand here given the proper headline, here given the byline, here given the date also, here the perfect introduction, body of that particular news, as well as end properly. As you can see, there is the proper grammar, there is the proper sentence structure also, no spell mistake. If you write this way, you will get the maximum marks. Now we will see the another one example. Here we can see another, the headline. Heavy rainfall disturbed the normal life in Marathwada. पावसाच्या अतिवृष्टीमुळे मराठवाड्यातील जनजीवन कसे विस्कळीत झालेले आहे. The news is related about that. Heavy rainfall disturbed the normal life in Marathwada. Marathwada is a location. It is a noun. So the M is a capital. Remember those things while you are writing headline, that time you have to write it's very effectively. You have to mention the capital letter, small letter. Either you can write whole headline in a capital letter. Byline by our staff reporter. Date line Marathwada August 10. It has rained heavily for 14 hours throughout Marathwada yesterday. In the last 14 hours, this area received a total rainfall of 100 millimeter. Due to heavy rain, normal life is totally disturbed. This torrential rain with strong winds has claimed 7 lives. Due to heavy rain, most of the main roads were completely flooded. In many areas, the electric poles have fallen down. 7 people died due to lightning and house collapse. The crops are badly damaged. Roads are damaged. The local MLA visited the affected area. He declared financial help to the affected people. The forecast for tomorrow indicate that the rains would abate. So, see, very effective news. The proper headline. In the first paragraph, reporter explained it is a rain heavily for 14 hours in Marathwada yesterday, and how the disturbed the normal life of a peoples, and it is almost claimed 7 lives also. After that, in the main body, what is the condition of a Marathwada because of a heavy rain? He described very well. The crops are badly damaged, the houses collapse, 7 peoples are dead. All those things, the flooded everywhere. All those things he described in a second paragraph. In the end paragraph, he described MLA visited in this area. He declared some help to the affected peoples, and the essential things, it may be rain would abate. So the whole news is within a 2-3 paragraph covered with the effectively. So if you have any topic, you can write this type of a news. In the examinations also, you have to write the news with the help of these 4 or 5 points. Some things are important to remember or keep in your mind. A headline would be given in the questions. Headline already given in your questions if you read the question. You will have to write a report based on the given headline. You will have to write a report. The byline has to be written on the right side of the page where you can write byline below the headline. And below that you can write headline. The place and date indicating when the report is written is to be written on the left hand side below the headline. So we have already seen the sample, so you can understand how to write. The first paragraph must be mentioned the details such as the times and venue, central character and the name of the event. If we read the introduction exactly, we should understand what is the news. No need to read body. We should understand the whole news in the introduction. So that is the important. The language must be formal and precise. The report must preferably written in a passive voice. I already told you have to write news in a past tense. You have to use passive voice. Your language is the most important. How you are making the sentences, how you are using the grammar, how you are using the quotations or a punctuation. So if you keep all those things in your mind, definitely you will be able to write a effective news writing in the exam. Now we understand the news writing. Here is a one question. I already explained this question, so I think no need to explain again. This is assignment to all of you. You can take one news and write in your notebook. I hope so all of you understand the how to improve your writing skill, the division of a marks, how to write a news writing, and difference between the news which published in newspaper and how you have to write news in your answer sheet. So friends, just attempt these questions and write in your notebook. If you have any queries, you can ask me any questions, any doubt, and I think I shall be stop here. Thank you so much.